Hello everyone, welcome to the channel The Virtual Coach. In this video, I'm going to summarize the poem called Water, which is written by Challapalli Swaruparani. And along with that, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe for such videos. We'll begin with the video. Challapalli Swaruparani was born in the year 1968 and she obtained her doctorate at the University of Hyderabad and currently she is the head of Center of Buddhist. And she has also received several awards for her literature contributions. And you know what guys, she always used to write short stories, poems and as well as essay on the experience of Dalit women and child labor. And Challapalli Swaruparani is Dalit writer, and which means she belongs to a Dalit family, and her mature poetry always focus on the discriminations between the gender and caste. So guys, generally the people had been classified into four types, that is Shudras, Vaishyas, Kshatriyas and Brahmins. So here the Shudras are considered to be a low caste people or low category. So always they have to face lots of challenges towards the high caste people. Whereas Brahmins, Kshatriya and Vaishyas are considered to be high caste people. So they are going to exploit the low caste people in terms of untouchability, all those things. The poem Water by Challapalli Swaruparani, she explains that how discrimination that happened between the people and between the low caste people and the high caste people. In this poem, she uses the water as a metaphor to explain all those discrimination. Among those, the first one is that just as water knows the ground's incline, that means as the water knows the ground slope, it knows the generation old strife between the villages and the water. That means the conflict between the villages, the high caste people and the water, that means low caste people, it knows that. And again it is compared with the dampness on the well's edge that never dries. It knows that untouchability also never disappears. That means they have bring an analogy for the dampness of the well that never dries. In the same way, according to water, that untouchability also never going to end from the society. In the next para, she says that the water knows everything. It knows the difference of race between the Samaria woman and Jesus the Jew. It also knows the subcaste difference between the leader and spool. So that means it was believed that the Samaria women are supposed to be one who are treated very badly as they are belong to the lowest caste people, and the Jesus the Jew are belong to the high caste people. So that is the reason they have offered the water. Here the water is aware of all the difference that exists between the cobbler and the weaver. It means even a subcaste difference is very clearly highlighted in this poem. Then in the third para, she says that it knows the agony of the Pancha Mama, who not having a right to draw a pot of water, he waits all the day near the well with his empty pot until the Shudra arrives. So here Pancha Mama is supposed to be fifth set in the Varma category, and these were considered to be a lower than Shudras, and they were never provided an opportunity to draw water from the well, and they were forced to wait near the well with the empty pot till the considerate Shudras comes there and draws the water from the well. Guys, water is again a witness to the humiliations that Wadagal has to face always. Whenever she used to get the water, a part of water will spill and wet her clothes, and this intentional act was the highest because they would hardly get the water from there. And here the humiliations was the highest degree. Next, so there was a lady called Karma Chedu Suvatamma. So actually she raises her voice to support a Dalit boy who was being beaten by the group of youth. So actually she came there to collect water, but she raises her pot to stop the boy from being attacked by the youth. And the reason for that was that boy requested that youth to not pollute the water by cleaning their cattle in the tank. And then the poet recalls how the Wada people would wait all thirsty with a glass of water. The poet also describes that water to them was not simply 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen, that is H2O, but a mighty movement, and she compares that to a struggle at Chadar tank. Here the Mahat struggle, so it was believed that
The Dalit men, women one day went to Chada tank and they dipped their hand into the water, only the proclaim to village people that they were opposing the forms. I know what, guys. For people like poetess, a single drop of water makes them recollect tears shed over the generations. So there were many battles fought for the single drop of water, and in this process, many people lost their lives, and not yet a single drop of water they can get. The poet at her own community appeared to be cursed one, because there were occasionally when the community doesn't have an opportunity to take a bath every day. On the other hand, the entire village could luxuriously bath every day, twice in a day. And again she says that whenever the poet get an opportunity to recollect her childhood, she is able to remember the pain that she and her friends experienced when they had to carry heavy pots on their necks, so it start aching very badly. That means it was getting pain very badly. They had to walk miles to reach a canal and almost had to steal water from there. And she have also mentioned that a village called Malapale, there was not a pot of water and all the houses of the people were mercilessly put on fire. She also says that water may appear to be very simple thing, but its greatest quality is that it can give life as well, also it can take away life. That means it can save life, also it can devour life. There are occasions when water could not satisfy a thirsty person, but it could transform into a tsunami where it can swallow the many villages. Then she also mentions that water has the ability to turn the villages into dry desert or drawn them into floods, as the peoples were just like a helpless play object in the cruel hands. And also she says that water has been caused for the fight between the two states, and again the fight between two villages, fight between the people. It has been the symbol of revolt, and in this process the many peoples have been seriously wounded, and some people have lost their lives as well. Whatever be the nature of the water, of late it been transformed to sit innocently in the Bisleri bottle. That means after doing such nonsense thing, it is going to sit in the Bisleri bottle like as if it don't know anything. And then human beings has the ability to purchase this water, and then they can. Earlier, many women like poet had to struggle to get a small pot of water, but now it has been transformed into a multinational market commodity, and it is the greatest created that great revolutions, and doing so, no human being is discriminated. It is believed that water is present everywhere and it can take a whole world in its tribe.